Family Islanders set to receive free dental care. The details straight ahead.
A Bahamian making waves in Washington, D.C. We'll tell you more.
Plus, a mentor committed to helping young people. Stay tuned for that.
And coming up in sports, another Bahamian with the major league dreams.
The Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
Well, happy Tuesday. Glad that you can join us. Good evening. I'm Desmond Saunders.
And I'm LaDawn Davis. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
Well, lots going on. A lot of headlines from that inauguration yesterday. Impact for local and international. I know you will stay tuned.
I was definitely tuned in, Desmond, and as you can imagine, all eyes were on the U.S. Capitol yesterday, and today our team is there and has more stories from Washington, D.C.
That's right, and we're going to hear more about it. Let's dive straight into the news for you this evening. Saving smiles across the Caribbean, that's the goal of nonprofit organization Great Shape, which was formed after Hurricane Gilbert devastated Jamaica in 1988. During a press conference today, hosted with a long-term partner, the Sandals Resort, Executive Director of Great Shape, Joseph Wright, said he's thrilled to offer free dental care to Bahamians.
We're here for 2 weeks of clinics, dental clinics. And we have roughly 35 providers, that's dentists and hygienists, providing services, so chairs, dental chairs set up, providing always 100% free fillings, extractions, cleanings, fluoride, exams, x-rays, sealants, dental sealants for children to prevent cavities. Sometimes we're able to do dentures, root canals, and some extended services.
Now, on average, Great Shape provides dental care for about 40,000 people annually, is even extending its operations in partnership with the nation's fly carrier to Exuma.
Our goal for the Bahamas project here will be roughly around 1,500 clinical patients, and if we can work out the logistics to do oral health education in some of the schools these 2 weeks, that we would hopefully see maybe 2,000 to 3,000 children doing oral health education, distributing toothbrushes and paste. So that's different than the clinical services that we provide. So if all goes well, maybe 3,000 to 4,000 people impacted.
The Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas' coverage of the inauguration of the 47th President of the United States of America is proudly brought to you by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of Tourism, Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, Rocky Farms Nursery, J.S. Johnson Insurance, Janae's Fashions, Baja Retreat, and the SBDC, the Small Business Development Center of the Bahamas.
Inspiring stories often emerge from the most unexpected places. Tonight, we hear the remarkable story of a Bahamian native whose incredible journey led her to becoming a leader at a global communications firm based in Washington, D.C. Devontae Hanna has her story.
When opportunity meets preparation, that is what you get. From this story, Kival Hanna, a Bahamian living here in Washington, D.C., has been working to ensure that communication has been growing in different establishments and businesses across the world. She shared her story with us just a few days ago. Take a look. Born and raised in the Bahamas, Kival Hanna developed a deep appreciation for community collaboration early in life. Her passion for social impact and economic development propelled her to a distinguished career that spans continents and sectors.
I wanted to do things that helped, one, build trust, build accountability, but also build our resilience. And so my career started at the World Bank, where I worked hand in hand with 20+ countries, governments, advisors, business, to really think about how do you make development actually sustainable and meaningful for all.
Now at Edelman, a global communications firm, she holds the position of Senior Vice President responsible for social impact and sustainability. Causes, she says, are near to her heart.
Essentially, working with CEOs and leaders to really help them define what their role in society is as a business. And so everything I do is connected to communication. Communication is the backbone of what I do, but really it's about listening, problem solving, and thinking forward, and thinking in a really smart, effective, and collaborative way.
Her journey from a small island community to where she now stands underscores the power of dedication and vision, which she says she owes all to her family.
When I think about my greatest accomplishments, I would say taking the resources, the talent, the time of my parents and my grandparents who really poured into me all of their treasures and said, go look for me, go look for me. You can do anything, you're highly favored. And so for me, my greatest accomplishments is taking all what they've given to me and giving it back.
Being so far away from home, here's how she keeps herself grounded.
For me, balancing the demands of this job with my own Bahamian culture and roots is, for me, a sign of resilience, of my resilience, and I draw on the strength of my people.
And she's just one of the many outstanding Bahamians that are living here in Washington, D.C., but one thing that they all have in common, they desire to make a difference in the world. Reporting from outside the Lincoln Memorial for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Devontae Hanna.
Braving bone-chilling temperatures, political activist and businessman Cassius Stewart and his wife, Dr. Charmaine Stewart, were among the thousands of guests and dignitaries attending the inauguration of the 45th and 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, on Monday. Stewart, an avid supporter of MAGA Nation, says attending the historic inauguration rally at Grace Capitol Hill Church was an unforgettable experience.
Quite striking, though, is that people from all over the world were assembled, not just Americans. There was considerable amount of Asians from Japan and South Asian countries, and there was also a lot of Canadians. There were contingents from Canada, and so on. We had a handful of Bahamians that were there as well, too, which was very interesting. But just to be a part of that historical moment was a wonderful experience. But to get to the stadium was a challenge. The cold, it began to snow, the storm came down, it began to rain first, and so people were standing in line for 6 to 7 hours just to get in.
To see that President Trump was elected and sworn in, and now the work to make America great again begins.
Now that we have a new administration in the White House, a common sense administration that will bring America into the golden age. And I believe that because we are in the orbit of America, I think we will also benefit from the golden age of America. And so we just have to position ourselves to benefit from all the great things that will come with American prosperity. And so Bahamians just need to brace themselves, become entrepreneurs, try to get access to the American market.
It's a story of giving back to the future generation of Bahamian men through the use of mentorship. With more than 2 decades as a mentor with the Ministry of Education's Student Development Program under his belt, minister, life coach, and counselor Dr. Donato Todd says he knows firsthand the pressures young men face.
I didn't grow up with a father. My father wasn't there, but today I have a good relationship with my dad, But I knew my mom was there. She was there through the whole ordeal. So for me, I've seen some things. I've dealt with some things in my life. So the thing what really pushed me is when I was working, I watched myself. And so what I did, I wanted to see happen to other young men. And I said, it is possible for it to happen to them.
Todd says these experiences have given him the tools needed to deal with young men efficiently.
And my first job was a pump attendant. So I've been through it all. I went from a pump attendant to head pump attendant to the cashier to the head cashier to the cashier supervisor. I went through every stage, and then I went to management, and then I went right on up to a general manager. You know what I'm saying? So I moved right up through the system. I learned everything, and I realized that while I was doing this, I had a lot of young men where I had to hire and fire, and so in the process of doing those things, I was learning a lot of stuff. You see what I'm saying? So there was sometimes I had to pull a young man, and I said, look here, bro, right now, the direction you're going in, you ain't gonna have this job long. You're gonna have to shape it up.
In a world that often glamorizes crime and rebellion, one prison officer stands as a stark reminder of the painful reality behind bars. West Calix Forbes sat down with Chief Corrections Officer Godwin Taylor.
A man who has spent 30-plus years working in corrections. Chief Corrections Officer Godwin Taylor has seen it all: the anger, the hopelessness, and the broken families. But it's the faces of young men that remains with him the most, especially those at a crossroad of making choices that could define the rest of their lives.
I would say prison is not a bad place. They're not really focused. They're not really thinking in a right sense, because if you come to prison, nobody who comes to prison, from what I know, wants to come back here, and everybody who was in prison is trying to get back out into society.
He paints a stark picture of the prison life.
You picture yourself waking up on the side of the same sex, with different characters, different personalities, and in a 6x8, and sometimes right now the prison is overcrowded. So sometimes you're in a cell with more than 2 persons. So if you could picture that, and if that's okay for you, and then something is wrong with you.
Taylor's message is clear to inmates: avoid the choices that may lead to incarceration again. It's a message he hopes that also retains with those on the outside, especially in communities where crime and violence can seem like the only way out.
This is the type of lifestyle you should want to have, because all this is right now is just a waste of time when they could have been out there trying to develop themselves, to try to stay on the right road and be around positive people instead of the negative set of people. Because there are jobs out there, but you have to go out there and you have to take your schooling serious. That's for one. And if some people good with hands, some people good in the class. So if you find yourself in a certain situation where you are good with your hands, and then you go take up a trade, because you could go to the BDVI.
With Chief Corrections Officer Taylor's unwavering dedication to rehabilitation, mentorship, and leadership, he stands as a model for those in the field and a beacon of hope for the future. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm West Calix Forbes.
Great job there, Wes. Still to come, we're going to hear all about this weekend's Greek Festival. I'm excited. That and more when Access Now returns.
Candid Security offer a varied range of security services, including guard service. We do armored service, we do pre-employment investigation, background checks, also vet people for employment. A live business hosted PBX is extremely important to our operation. I don't have to be in my office. I can easily get connected with our clients, my vendors, my NASA office, and with our employees in the field, anytime, anywhere.
We're here at the Nassau Village Community Center project, where over the past 17 months, we've hired over 20 Bahamian subcontractors to bring this beautiful project to fruition.
I've been living in Nassau Village for more than 19 years, and to see a project like this bring great joy and pride to me.
This state-of-the-art multi-purpose community center will serve as a crime-fighting initiative in the community. Also help with the education of our kids in this community and a hurricane shelter.
Yeah, and it also shows what we as Bahamians can achieve when we work hand in hand with each other.
We have the technical know-how, and we can pretty much deliver on any project here in the Bahamas or in the world.
Bahamas Pipe and the Bahamian Company, they prove that they believe in Bahamians.
Based on the outcome of this project, I don't think they're disappointed in giving a small person an opportunity to do a job such as this.
The more opportunity they get, the more opportunity we will get.
If you look around and see the work done so far, it just shows what we as Bahamians can do.
Looking at a shot there, it's the Sydney Poitier Bridge connecting mainland Nassau to Paradise Island. It was officially named after the renowned Oscar-winning actor on November 2nd, 2012. Let's take a trip down to North Grand Bahama. Cohort 17 is the first graduating class from the National Training Agency's Food and Beverage Housekeeping Program. The ceremony taking place at Kingdom Worship Center International in Freeport. The 16-member graduating class included 3 males who dominated the top prize awards. Pizarro Brennan won the Citizenship Award for Housekeeping. Kirk Gilbert won the Star Recipient Award for Food and Beverage. And Stanford McIntosh won the Star Recipient Award for Housekeeping, as well as the highest honor, the Executive Director Award. Congrats to all of the awardees.
Well, Desmond, it's time for our live entertainment interview segment, and tonight we welcome Peter Malis from the Greek Orthodox Church to talk about the Greek Festival. Peter, welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
Thank you very much, Ms. Davis. It's Paul, but it's an honor to be here to represent the Greek community on this wonderful occasion. This weekend, as you know, is the Greek Festival that happens once every 2 years. So it's a huge occasion for us and our small Greek community, our church community on West Street. And that's exactly where the festival is going to be. It's going to be this Saturday and Sunday. Saturday starting at 11 a.m. and ending until everybody decides to leave. And then on Sunday, it starts at 12 o'clock again, and doors close at 9 o'clock.
So what can persons who want to come out and show support to the actual Greek Festival, what can they expect this year, and some of the features they can expect this year?
They can expect bigger and better. Anybody who's been to the Greek Festival before knows that, you know, in addition to all the fantastic food that you can get, the music, the dancing, the drinks, the entertainment, the great vibes, you know, a place for your children to come, a place to sample all your favorite Greek desserts, all your delicious gyros, some people call them gyros, of course. What's going to be different this year is that we have much more space. We have more seats around for people to actually be able to sit down while they're eating. We've really worked and heard people's concerns from last festival about how long it took to get food. So we've added additional places where people can get faster food. And we've cut down on some of the things that took really long for people to get served. So it's going to be more efficient, it's going to be easier, more relaxing, so you can spend more time doing what you want to do instead of sitting on the long lines. So that's what we're really excited about. We've expanded the booths, we've expanded our area. There's going to be a new area for children to go, kind of out of the way in a safe environment, so the parents can kind of relax a little bit. But there will be all of the same fun entertainment for the children. There will be storytelling. There will be education about our Greek community here in the country. You know, we're all proud Bahamians, but, you know, our Greek community really focuses around the Greek Orthodox Church and our faith. And for us, we're just so excited as members of that community to share it with the Bahamian people, because it's something they don't know about. A lot of people just don't understand about the Greek people who came here hundreds of years ago, and we're happy to be here.
And Paul, for persons who may not know where the Greek Orthodox Church is, tell us where it is and what time is the festival starting?
The festival starts 11 a.m. this Saturday, but you can find it on West Street, which is right down the road from St. Francis Cathedral. And there will be, the road will be blocked off, so you cannot drive down, but there will be parking at the point, where all you basically have to do is go to the point, tell them, I'm going to the festival. They will stamp you, and then you come back to get your car, and they'll see that you've been to the festival, and so that's how you will get parking. Or you can go to Malis and Malis parking lot, which is right opposite the Hilton, and you could just go right into the parking lot there, right to the east of the McDonald's.
All right, Paul, thank you so much for joining us here on the Bahamas Tonight Access Now. All the best to you for the Greek Festival this weekend.
And I'll see you this weekend.
Yes, definitely so. Amajal Knowles has a look at what's coming up in sports.
And Aiden Johnson signs with the Oakland A's. Details of that story coming up in sports.
Hi, I'm Brent Burrows, Vice President of Retail and Sales at CBS Bahamas and the CBS Pro Store. Not only do we guarantee the best prices on all your favorite building materials, but we're proud to offer the best delivery program in all of Nassau. Whether you buy one box of screws or a truckload of plywood, island-wide delivery is just $5. And for our Family Island customers, we're proud to offer complimentary drop-off to the mailboat of your choice. Visit us today at the CBS Pro Store on Robinson Road and check out our website to set up your next delivery.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com. JS Johnson Insurance.
Welcome to your Tuesday Sports, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports. The Bahamas continues to produce high-level baseball talent, moving on from youth baseball leagues in the country all the way to the professional ranks. Yesterday, Aiden Johnson became the latest young baseball prospect to sign with the Major League Baseball club. The 16-year-old infielder coming to terms with the Oakland Athletics. Johnson, the number 11 ranked player on the MLB's top baseball international prospects list, speaks about his journey.
The road hasn't always been easy. There were challenges along the way, but my mother consistently reminded me to place my trust in God, who has the ultimate plan, and to trust the process. I wouldn't have made it this far without the people who inspired and encouraged me to keep going. My parents, my brother, my friends, the FTF family, and my trainer and mentor, Jose Fortuna. To Fortuna, thank you for believing in me and always asking the question that kept me going. Are you the best? Do you want to be the best? Your guidance has been invaluable. I also want to express my deepest gratitude to my parents' friends, my godparents, and my extended family for their unwavering support. Whether through prayers, financial assistance, or words of encouragement, your contributions have meant the world to me and my brother, and we are forever thankful. Pastor Mario, thank you for your prayers and for covering my brother and me in faith.
Oakland A's scout Steve Sharp says while Johnson's talent is immense, his character is just as great.
And I asked him, what have you learned from living with these Dominican kids in San Pedro de Macorís? And he took a minute to reflect, and he thought, I'm sorry, but he said, I just realized how great my parents are, how incredible the community I grew up in is, and the environment of the Bahamas and the support. And he, I think he realized that that's not the case everywhere around the world. So, yeah, give yourself a hand, honestly, because most of us have raised children or are raising children, and you got to realize that they're a reflection of the people around them, always. So he's a direct reflection of everything you've done for him. Thank you for the foundation you've built. We couldn't be happier with this guy. He's got that interior, obviously he's got the talent, but he's got that interior foundation to really achieve some amazing things.
And that's been a look at your sports on this Tuesday. A check on weather when we return.
We seem to remember our athletes when they make us proud at the finish line. Throw a Junkanoo parade when they return home, toss them a few dollars, and then forget about them until the next Members of the prestigious Fourth Estate should never sell themselves to any politician. Instead, keep their hands and noses clean in order to publish or broadcast the unadulterated truth. Well, that's how I see it anyway.
Read as I see it, exclusively at CNNSBahamas.com. New articles premiere on Mondays at 9 a.m.
It's time now for your Access weather forecast, and our live weather radar is showing a front boundary north of the area. As a matter of fact, right across central Florida, you can see the showers associated with that moving near to Lake Okeechobee. Well, some of that will move into the northwest Bahamas later on tonight. The front itself should pass through sometime tomorrow morning, and that will be followed by yet another front system on Friday afternoon. Now, your boating forecast tonight, well, it's brought to you by Live Business, where you're always protected during the worst storms. In the northwestern islands tonight, south to southwest winds ahead of that front. Speeds at 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights 2 to 4 feet. The high tide that will take place at 46 minutes past midnight. And for the central and southeastern islands, look for a southeast flow at 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights 2 to 4 feet over the ocean. Wednesday, which is tomorrow, the winds become northwest to north behind that front. Speeds picking up 12 to 18 knots. The wave heights building 3 to 6 feet. So caution flags will be posted tomorrow morning for the northwestern islands. The low tide that will occur at 8 in the morning with the high tide at 1:41 in the afternoon. And for the central and southeastern islands, pretty nice boating conditions. Light and variable winds with flat seas 1 to 3 feet over the ocean. And on Thursday, for all areas, the winds become east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots. Wave heights 2 to 4 feet. The low tide, that will take place at 9 in the morning, with the high tide at 2:37 in the afternoon. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures. And they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Of the essence, girl, and I love to wine. Hey, at the center, the center, the center, the center,
and that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for a full weather update. Desmond and LaDon.
Thanks, Miles. I hope this weather continues straight into my birthday.
Yes, Desmond, it's almost party time. You're gonna bring some cake and ice cream for us?
Party, ice cream, all that good stuff. Yes, you're ready to celebrate.
Just ready to celebrate the big, what year?
Not gonna reveal that.
Let's swing things over to Matea Cunningham for Let's Talk Socials.
Good evening, I'm on your screen again, which means it's time for Let's Talk Socials. Ready to dive into the latest on your favorite platforms? Let's go. So, Instagram is shaking things up again, and this time it's all about their dimensions. Over the weekend, users noticed something different. Instagram quietly updated the aspect ratios for posts and reels. That's right, your carefully curated content might not look the same anymore. The new dimensions seem to prioritize vertical formats, even more, with posts now taking up additional screen space and reels adjusting to fit an even taller frame. While some creators are thrilled about the change, calling it a win for mobile-first content, others are frustrated. Many complain that posts now look older or misaligned and cropped in ways they didn't expect. Twitter and TikTok were flooded with memes with people joking about needing a degree in graphic design just to keep up with Instagram's constant changes. Creators have also started sharing quick hacks on how to adapt the new sizes without ruining their aesthetic feeds. But here's the real kicker. Instagram hasn't made an official announcement yet, leaving users to figure out the changes on their own. This lack of transparency has sparked some heated debates about whether the platform's updates are truly for the users or just another push to compete with TikTok and YouTube Shorts. Uh-oh, app drama. What do you think about Instagram's move? Are you team embrace the new or team bring back the old Instagram? I'm Matea, and as always, thanks for tuning in to Let's Talk Socials.
Another great show. That does it for Access Now.
Indeed. Stay tuned for the rundown with Clint Watson live from Washington, D.C.
Good night, everybody.
Have
Take
a good
care.
night.
Hey, what's up, Mario?
Hey, Dale, what's going on?
Have you seen ZNS new digital platforms?
No. Let me go check it out.
Good day, Bahamas. I'm Devontae Hanna, and this is ZNS Digital,
where we cater to your news and entertainment needs. Are you a foodie? I thought so. Then look out for Digital Bites.
Shining a light on Bahamians and the good that they do.